What's going on, man?
Better than I deserve. That is what's going on.
Let's go. I hear that. How was Invest Fest?
That was good, man. I'm repping the merch today.
Yep.
It was last week. Y'all heard us talk about it, but I guess my wife washed the shirt, so I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it now. There you go.
Yeah, man. Well, let's get into it. You know, we've had two really big releases this past week in music, which is Drizzy Drake and Certified Lover Boy, and Kanye West with Donda. And right now we have an article pulled up talking about how Drake easily beat Kanye's Apple Music and Spotify album debut numbers. So when I see that, initially I'm thinking, man, like, goodness, Drake beat the GOAT, Kanye? What, really? Drake? But I'm you know, I saw some stats earlier, I think it was yesterday, where it showed the sales the first 48 hours. And man, I'm sitting here trying to see if I can find it now, but I don't think it was something I came across on Instagram. But Drake had him beat the first 24 hours, and the second day Kanye had Drake beat. So, you know, I'm not sure if the article title can kind of be a little bit, it can be misleading, but it said debut number, so I guess it's not. But yeah, I think, you know, Drake definitely announced his release. You know, Kanye didn't. Kanye kind of dropped the surprise album, so that's probably why his listenership went up the second day. What are your thoughts on this?
Just from the marketing standpoint, it does look like both of them landed in the top, like, 4 streaming numbers of all time for debuts on both Apple and Spotify.
Crazy.
So that does attest to, you know, the marketing behind it, the whole versus idea, how many people are listening to like hip hop music. So it does like verify everything that we were talking about how that can be good press whenever you're like doing a battle sort of thing. So Kanye did this before, as we talked about. It worked out very well back then.
That's right.
This is
Still working.
Same old trick kind of deal. And so from that standpoint, like, you know, good for them on that standpoint. For Apple Music and Spotify, it's also good for them because people went to their platforms and used them heavily. But thinking futuristically, because, you know, you guys know that's what we like to do here. Whenever a new platform can get artists this big, or even maybe a little less big, but, you know, whenever a new platform can get artists to do like exclusive drops on it, now actually might have been the best time for one of them to try that. So if one of them like snuck over to Audius and was like, hey, you guys give me XYZ money, or maybe even XYZ amount in that coin, and I'll drop an exclusive album over here, and I won't put it on anywhere else. That's that freedom that you can have whenever you're independent. Whenever you're with a label, you can't really do all that unless everybody agrees.
That's right.
So that's something to think about in the future.
Facts.
For any like of the bigger competitors that would come along. So Audius is probably the only one right now that would be giving Spotify or Apple Music any reason to worry.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm gathering from it. You would honestly know more about the actual albums than I would. I think my wife was playing a little bit of the Kanye one.
Okay.
Maybe I heard a couple songs that were
Yeah.
but I didn't listen to the whole thing. I know it has like 20-something songs, right? Something on it, right?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to any of Drake's stuff, but I was aware of them out, right? So I was at least aware of the marketing around them and that they were out. So, you know, they're at least doing their job on that front.
Yeah, 100%. 100%, man. So yeah, moral of the story: create beef to see numbers in the streets. Just kidding. Well, let me ask you this though before we log off. So the marketing aspect around it. So like you said, the versus thing does work. It does create buzz. Man, would you say that some of that back and forth? And I'm not sure how much of it you're familiar with, but there was a lot of back and forth between them, like literally like right before the album drops. You think some of that might have been calculated?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. 100%.
Man.
Like there's.
We love to see it though. Like,
oh yeah, people love conflict. That's why you still
Yeah.
get pay-per-view boxing matches, pay-per-view MMA matches. Although it is like extremely barbaric to
Yeah.
watch MMA. You're
yeah.
watching these people just. I guess they have a ref to like try and stop somebody from dying, but somebody could definitely die with one of those strikes in there.
100%.
So
Yeah.
I mean, people have died in the boxing ring, and MMA is like even more.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, man. People like conflict.
Yeah.
Even if somebody disagrees with something, they still like will go and like listen to that thing they disagree with.
We talked about that.
Yeah. So it's what it is.
Yeah, man.
We are just messengers. You guys, we don't like to start conflict here, right? So, yes, it was calculated.
Good
If you ask me.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. Makes sense.